Well, hey, it's Artzenin. Good evening. This is take 3. I had the best video for you all, and I accidentally sat on... I have to start over. I am not going to recap everything I just said in the previous video. So here's a very brief review. I talked about the journals and how they're going to be dropped. And then I went on to compare Warren Graham to Liam Margo. And then I was very much so passionate when I was explaining the biggest difference between those two characters. I feel bad for just basically skipping to the part about the comparison, but I you know what? I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy to recollect everything I said in the previous video. But I will say this. The journals will be dropped in chronological order, but you can read them in any order that you want. You can expect journals to either drop right on an episode day or a day after. We really want to be consistent in how we drop content, and I'm thinking it's probably best to go ahead and drop a journal per episode, and if not per episode, they're being dropped based on who you met new. So if you've already met Deja, you don't see another journal of Deja in episode 2, but if Cyril is revealed in episode 2, then the day that episode 2 is dropped, Cyril's journal gets dropped. Make sense? Okay. Now, Liam's journal, I'm still playing with because I have a different path I'm taking with him. And this was not foreseen, and it has completely changed how I view Liam, unfortunately. In Life is Strange, episode 1, you meet Warren Graham. As you progress through the whole story arc, eventually Max will basically not trauma dump on him, but she is traumatized by the time she gets to him, and she just needed to say things and get it out. And he said he would listen. He was supportive. He saw the moons just as much as she did, the red moon and the blue moon. Warren was all for Max. He wanted Max. He was attracted to her. And I thought, for Liam, what if I did something that no one really saw coming? If you all know that we do the Christian versions of the secular, then maybe some of you are thinking, oh, well, Liam, since that's her Warren, then he's probably going to be similar to Warren and support Maxine and fall in love with her for all the right reasons and desire her for the right reasons and chase her. In the beginning, yes. Warren accepted Max, her power, what she told him. He did. It was legit. I played it enough times to see that he wasn't faking it. He meant everything that he said. Liam is all about Maxine. He doesn't care about her spirituality. He doesn't care about her relationship with Elohim. He doesn't even mind that she struggles with alcohol. Okay, she develops an alcohol addiction. What man would be okay with that? If he truly loves his person and they have an addiction problem, why is he willing to let that slide? Oh, because the alcohol makes Maxine happy. The Maxine that you meet in the prologue in episode 1 drastically changes in 2 years when you hit chapter 1. Liam was there for that whole development. He watched her go from nothing to being famous, and he watched her develop a drinking problem. Didn't really seem to faze him, because at the end of the day, from what I just discovered today, Liam is only interested in getting Maxine to be his. The people and her deity that's important to her could care less. At first, it looks like he's very much supportive of everything that Maxine is passionate about. Deja, photography. He owns the Rolex gallery. He has her images there, hung up on the wall, on display. But see, he's giving her, this is almost a sociopath. He's giving her everything she wants, and he's becoming what she needs him to be. But when he's done with her, that's it. So she has to keep him entertained in a way. She's going to have to keep Liam happy. That is not originally what I had laid out for Liam. I wanted him to have the justice that I felt Warren was robbed of a little bit. And for the record, I'm not criticizing his creators or how they designed him. This isn't a critique of Warren Graham and me pumping up Lee and Margo. No, I'm just making a casual observation. As a player, I felt he got robbed of a bit when it came to Max, and clearly Chloe and Rachel Amber had way more attention than honestly anybody else on set. But that's just me. I digress. So Liam was originally going to be immensely supportive of Maxine in every way, emotionally, physically, spiritually. He was supposed to defeat all the other guys that are after her. But he's not doing that. And I found it odd that I wasn't able to really bring that out, that knight in shining armor. But a true knight will have dents and scars on his body, blemishes on his armor. It won't be shiny. He needs to have the experience. He needs to show the woman he's there to help or to save that he's been through it. Liam is very pretty. His art, he's a very smooth man. His persona, his speech, the way he dresses, how he talks to clients, to how he'll talk to Maxine. Charismatic, baby. This guy is slick. That should have been my red flag. Not that men who do that are wrong, but this particular man is. It's not that he's not a gentleman, because he is one. He's not a predator. He's not a bad man, but he wants what he wants. And when he sees a pretty girl, he's almost willing to ignore everything that they do wrong and forget to praise them where they do right. And unfortunately, Liam is going to, I think, become a villain. I'm not sure yet. Don't hold me to that. If he's not going to become a villain and a player of LGU, he's definitely going to be a hindrance to Maxine's relationship endeavors, her confidence when it comes to those things. Because, I mean, have you ever met somebody who doesn't get what they want? It can get pretty hairy. It can get violent, and it can become complicated. I don't want Liam to fall into a typical category of men who have this mindset, but he's frustrated. Liam is frustrated that no matter who he dates and no matter how good he is to the women in his life that he has dated, they don't want him. He has money. He has social status. They don't stay. They don't care about him. So you think that he would resonate with Maxine in the sense that she was a starving artist. She was trying to get noticed. She was working really, really hard. And he gave her a big break because he had the right connections. He knew the right people. And he was attracted to her. He was attracted to her beauty. He didn't hide it. It's not like he was embarrassed about it. No, he made his attraction known to her very early on. Maxine was aware of how Liam felt about her. She friend-zoned him. But she entertained him for a bit. And then she pulled away. And as much as I tried to put him in a believable scenario with Maxine long-term, it hasn't worked. And I'm trying to really figure out now, why is that? Why can't Liam and Maxine be a thing? contrary to what the project manager thinks, I do think Liam and Maxine would be a beautiful couple, romantically and sexually. But there's something off about Liam. And I'm afraid he's turning more so into a negative than a positive. I will say this about Warren. He never went the route of a villain. Not from what I saw, not from what I've read. He didn't have it out for Max, and he wasn't about tearing her down, breaking her confidence. But Liam, there's only so much no that he can take. He's very serious about Maxine. He wants this person. He wants her bad. And I think he's the type of character that is willing to do things that aren't so nice to get what he wants. I think he is even willing to challenge Maxine's bodyguard, who is the man that the project manager wants to be with Maxine. I don't want to give his name away, although I think in another video I subconsciously said his name, but you don't know who he is as the pursuer, so until you read the journal, even if I did say his name in another post, you wouldn't know who I'm talking about anyway. But with Liam, his journal was going to be dropped this week. But I got to back it up a bit. Because now that I know that Liam is all about Liam, and he's willing to do whatever needs to be done to obtain Maxine as his wife, not just mere girlfriend, but as his wife, it's gonna pivot the dynamic in their relationship at some point. Don't know if it's gonna be season 1, but it's definitely, if it's not season 1, it's gonna show up in season 2. Will he die? I mean, if he's gonna pull what I think I'm gonna probably eventually wind up doing as the author, yeah, he's gonna die. Maxine won't kill him. Deja will. And if it's not Deja, the bodyguard certainly will. This is kind of a disappointing revelation that I've had today concerning Liam, because I was going to jump on here and pump him up to be the equal, holy counterpart of Warren, and it didn't go that way. It did not go that way at all. That's okay, though. That's okay. I'd rather have these moments and take a step back and look at the journals and look at the episodes and take the extra time to reconstruct and edit than to rush it all and miss something important like today's revelation and then get it later prior to publishing and dropping the journals and the episode, only to come behind that and go, psych, that wasn't really his journal. That was a dud journal. I deleted it and posted a new edition. Please go read it. Nah, I'm not about that life. It's just so disappointing because I was on fire and now that fire is gone. It's back to the drawing board. Unfortunately, Liam's going to be a villain. I feel it. He's going to be a villain. It's okay. I got quite a good cast of characters. But I do know the Cullen Dillinger, who is the parasite in Lee Ji-yu, that is our Mark Jefferson. He's not changing. No. I refuse to revisit Cullen's journal and his purpose in Snapshot. He is set. I will tell my team, under no circumstances, do not let me change this guy. Liam is a side character. If he dies, whatever. But Cullen, no. If y'all haven't checked out his bio on the website, I encourage you to do it. He's genius. He's better than Mark Jefferson. I mean, he's not kidnapping, kids and drugging them and having a little fetish in somebody's bunker in a barn somewhere. There's that for Cullen. He has a lot more decorum and demeanor. That's it for today's update. See you next time. Much love. Bye.